Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. So today we will continue what we were working on the last video. Now we'll do the second episode on the course that we called Bioinformatics for the Terrified. So today we have this chapter, the role of public databases. For those who don't know what is databases is simply where we store data. Okay, hold on. So we can ask ChatGPT the definition of database. So simply, what is a database? A database is an organized collection of data that is stored electronically, so it can be easily accessed, managed, and updated. So you can think of it like a digital filing cabinet. Instead of keeping information on paper, a database stores it in a structured way so you can quickly find what you need. For example, we have this this database with 4 columns. The first one, student's ID, name, grade, and age. With the database, you can add new students, update a student's grade, search for a specific student, delete records when needed. So that's it. Simply, you can change whatever you want using multiple tools such as SQL language. We use it to, let's say, talk with data. We gives it some orders, etc. if we want to add, update, or delete something, or just search for anything. Why are databases important? Databases help organizations store large amount of information, retrieve data quickly, keep data organized, prevent duplicates or inconsistent data, allow multiple users to access the same information safely. Because as you know, nowadays data is everything. Okay, most the real value now is in data. Okay, a lot of in AI, just in AI, we can talk. We can give an example here in this side. A lot of companies such as OpenAI, Anthropic, search only for human data. Okay, they collect amount of data so they can train their AI agents to be more powerful, etc. Okay, so now it's all about data. This is why we should know how to store this data, how to keep it organized, and how we can talk with it and gives it orders, etc. Okay, so here is some common examples of databases. A bank storing customer accounts and transactions. This is one example. Another, an online store storing products, customers, or orders. A hospital storing patient records. Also in the health side, we store a lot of data. And in fact, this data, we can use it to, after storing it, we organized it, and then we can analyze it and came up with some good orders and good things that if we applied in the real world, we will see a huge improvement. Okay, for example, if we store the data of an X item, we can know if this item we can sell it in which month, in which season, etc. Okay, so those who knows how to deal with data have a good future. Okay, those who works in data science, such as data analysis, data scientists, and data engineers. We have database management system, what we call DBMS. A database management system is a software that tells you create and manage databases. Popular DBMCs include, here we have MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, Microsoft SQL, SQLite, etc. Okay, so that's it. So now let's start. We understand the title. What is the role of public databases? So we have here public, not in a random databases. So we should know what is the role of public databases. So this is something different. We should know what is public databases. It is public databases because maybe there is private databases, etc. A public database is a database whose data is freely available to anyone or almost anyone to access, search, and often download. These databases are usually created by governments, universities, research institutions, or organizations to share information with the public. So public databases is databases that is available for anyone, and most of the time they are created by governments, universities, etc. Simple definition here, we can define it as uh, a public database is a database that anyone can access without needing special permission. Okay, because we need data right now. Researchers need data. Anyone need data to do researchers to do anything he wants, analysis, etc. Example of public databases, biological databases important for bioinformatics. So this is in the context of our course. Since you're interested in bioinformatics, you'll use these a lot. Here, guys, you can see my personal ChatGPT tells me since you're interested in bioinformatics. So he stored a lot of data of me, okay? So he knows that I'm interested in bioinformatics. When I ask them some questions, they don't just answer randomly, but they specifies this answer to me personally. So this tells us that these AI agents store data. So they will be better and they will be very improved. Here is one example of their database, NCBI. Maybe it contains data sequences, protein sequences, scientist articles, and genome informations. Here it is. Okay, good. So anyone can access it. It's free. Uni Uniprot, protein sequences, protein functions. We talked about this one the last episode. Protein data bank, 3D structures of proteins and nucleic acids, ensemble, mm, genomes of humans, and many other species. Holy shit. This is interesting, man. Let's see. I need to change the language here. It's in French. I should change it to English. A lot of a lot of companies and this stuff in the term of biotech are doing a huge improvement in this term, where they invest a lot of money to collect data, etc., and make it available for public. This is very interesting. So we spent this whole time just to define the title. So here we understand the title, the role of public databases. Okay, let's start. Bioinformatics centers of excellences. There are a small numbers of bioinformatics centers of excellence worldwide that have taken on the responsibility to collect, catalog, and provide open access to published biological data. Among these centers, there are here we have some examples of centers that uh, provide an open access to published biological data. We can access some of these. Here is EMBL-EBI. It's the same one where we that contain this course. Okay, here you can search for find a gene. Okay. I don't know how to deal with these things, but I understand the concept. Okay, here it's a database that can gives us anything we want. data related to biology in general. Okay, the second one is the US National Center of Biotechnology Information, NCBI. Let's see it. This is for America. This is getting interesting. We can download, we can submit, learn, develop, analyze, and do research. Here's their GitHub. Okay. This is very interesting. And the last one we have is for Japan, NIG, National Institute of Generics. Here is another one. It's all the same idea. Okay. All right. Great. Let's continue what we were working on. So here, as you see, we have the databases available. Now, let's go back to the course. So this began in the early 1980s when DNA data began to accumulate in the scientific literature. Okay, makes sense. We can't store data if we can't know the DNA data, okay? And then accumulate it. And because the discovery of DNA and the structure of it, etc., it's only in the 90s, okay? So it takes time. This is why. The EMBL data library, now the European Nucleotide uh, Archive, was developed to store DNA sequences published in the scientific literature. The NCBI's Gene Bank and NIG's DDBG followed. Okay, let's discover what is European Nucleotide. European Nucleotide Archive. The European Nucleotide Archive provides a comprehensive record of the world's nucleotide sequencing information, covering raw sequencing data, sequence assembly information, and functional notation. Okay, this is obvious, this is a database, but let's ask ChatGPT about it so we can understand it more. What's ENA? Right, this is the name of it. Sorry. Yeah. So ENA stands for European Nucleotide Archive. It is one of the world's largest public databases. You see, it's a database for storing nucleotide sequence data, DNA, and RNA. Because, as you know, DNA is just it contains many nucleotide. Okay, so databases which stores nucleotide sequence data. It means it stores DNA and RNA. For those terms, maybe there is some people not technical, they don't understand what is DNA, what is RNA. We will do another playlist. We will explain, we will teach and try to make people who's not technical understand these terms. What is DNA? All the base of biology. Okay, so they will understand everything. Okay, so we will explain everything. Researchers from around the world submit sequencing data to ENAS so that others can access and reuse it. Okay, ENA contains many types of biological data, including DNA sequence, RNA, whole genome sequencing. Okay, so basically ENA is also database. So guys, trying to, if I'm, if you see me going to and what's wrong with me? If you see that I'm doing researchers, etc., this is because I don't read this before. This is the first time, okay? So I'm reading, I'm trying to learn. So why don't you learn with me? Just watch. If you don't understand something and I didn't explain it or I didn't Google it, you can pause the video and then go search about it. Do the same what I'm doing. I'm discovering now the things I already understand. I don't search for them, but new things I do. Okay, so watch with me. If you don't understand something and I don't or I didn't explain it, or if even I explained and you don't understand it, you can go and do your own researches. Okay, this is the way you will learn things. We have figure here. Where will I start? Okay, labs around the world send us their data and we, okay, archive it. That's clear. A lot of labs around the world send data to this, can call it company. They archive it, they accumulate it, then they classify it to make it simple to read, to analyze, and then share it with other data providers. Okay, those who analyze data, etc., store data, they analyze it, and then they provide tools to help researchers use it. This is the circle, or this is the steps they do. So that's great, it's simple and effective. So the role of bioinformatics centers of excellence in making biological data available for the research community. Good. So this is the chapter of the role of public databases. We understand that it helps a lot of researchers, it helps a lot of people uh, in this field to do researchers to do a lot of things. Okay, so great. Let's move on to the next chapter. Okay, data sharing collaborations. Mhm. Let's learn or let's read the chapter more, the text. As the number of published sequences increased, increased means developed. Let me check. Yeah, larger, greater, or higher. Uh, the workflow changed by opening discussions with publishers of the scientific literature. The organizations behind these databases convinced publishers to request that researchers submit their sequences to one of the public databases before submitting the paper. Okay, in return, authors gained an accession number that could then be cited in the paper. This model has now been followed by many providers of public biological data. Okay, sorry guys for all those interruptions. So sorry, so sorry. So authors gained an accession number that could then be cited in the paper. This model has now been followed by many providers of public biological data. Table 1 provides some significant example. Okay, we'll see the table 1. Before, here's another paragraph. The other important aspect of these collaborations is that their participants exchange data and or assign workload uh, in such a way as to avoid duplication of effort whilst ensuring that they are annotated and made available in a consistent way. Let's read this paragraph one more time. I didn't understand it well, so the the other important aspect of these collaboration is that their participants exchange data and or assign workload in such a way as to avoid duplication of effort whilst ensuring that data are annotated and made available in a consistent way. Yes, I understand. We try to do this to avoid duplication effort. Okay. Table 1. Some examples of global collaborations established to manage the public record of different biological data type. Data type, we have examples here such as nucleated sequences. The collaboration, we have international sequence database collaboration. So each data type have or has its collaboration. Okay, so to avoid uh, duplication of effort whilst ensuring that they are annotated and made available in a constant way. Okay, so each data type, as I already mentioned, has its collaboration. For protein sequence, we have UniProt consortium. Macromolecular structures, we have this one, etc. So, who owns the data? From the very beginning, the bioinformatics community has championed open data sharing and turned it into a reality through collaborations such as the ones summarized in Table 1. Okay, this open policy has enabled the research community to make good use of data emerging from major international projects such as the Human Genome Project, okay, and the ENCODE project. However, it's important to realize that open data sharing is not just for these big collaborations. Recent changes in funding policy have begun to reflect the now widely held view that if public money is being spent on research in any field, the data from that research should be made publicly available for others to make use of. Okay. Mm-hmm. I think I understand everything. So, guys, if you don't understand anything, and the way um doing these videos, the way I explain, please tell it to me in the comments because now I'm doing this thing and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling that I understand and everything is good, but maybe some of you don't understand. The way I'm using is not good for you. So you can give me any advice in the comments and I will read them all and I will try to do it in the future or apply it. We can do other things, which is I can copy the paragraph and I can send it to ChatGPT and it will make it simple for me. Okay. Okay, I can tell him what does this mean. So explain simply. Simply. So let's break it down into very simple English. So guys, let's do something so I can uh, be sure that everyone understand what's going on here. I will read a paragraph, okay? I will try to explain it and then I will share it with ChatGPT and they will make it simple so everyone will understand them. Let's break it down into very simple English. Who owns the data? This section is talking about scientific data such as DNA sequences, protein sequences, genome, and experimental results. The main idea is if research is paid for with public money, taxpayer money, then the data should be shared publicly so everyone can benefit from it. Can you see, guys? When I was reading the paragraph in the course, maybe the language used is much harder, okay? but ChatGPT make it simple so everyone will understand it. This is what I'm talking about. Let's start with the sentence number one. From the very beginning, the bioinformatics community has championed open data sharing. Meaning, since bioinformatics first began, scientists working in this field have believed that research that data should be shared freely. Championed equals strongly supported. Open data sharing means making data available for everyone to use. Sentence number two, and turned it into a reality through collaborations, meaning scientists from many countries and institutions work together to create publicly databases where anyone can access biological data. For example, NA, GenBank, Uniprot, etc. These collaborations made open data sharing possible. Sentence number three, this open policy has enabled the research community to make good use of data, meaning because the data is public, researchers all over the world can use it. Instead of collecting the same data again, they can download it and continue their research. This saves first time, money, and effort. Sentence number four, from major international projects such as the Human Genome Project and the ENCODE project, meaning large scientific projects produced enormous, I don't know if it's correct, amounts of data. Instead of keeping the data secret, they made it public. As a result, thousands of scientists have used these data sets to make new discoveries. Okay, this, as I already mentioned, with save time, money, and effort. Sentence number five. However, it's important to realize that open data sharing is not just for these big collaborations, meaning open data sharing is not only for huge projects. Even a small research lab at a university can share its data with anyone. Sentence number six. Recent changes is in funding policy, meaning organizations that pay for research, governments, universities, charities, etc., have changed their roles. Now, they often say if we pay for your research, you must share the data with the public. Sentence number seven, if public money is being spent on research, the data should be made publicly available. This is the most important sentence. Imagine this example. The Moroccan government gives a university $1 million to study cancer. That money comes from taxpayers. Many funding agencies believe the scientists should publish their results, they should upload their data to public databases. Other scientists should be able to use the data. Why? Because the public paid for research, so the public should benefit from it. The whole paragraph in one sentence, we can summarize it here. Bioinformatics encourages scientists to freely share research data. Today, many organizations require that research funded with public money be uploaded to public databases so researchers everywhere can use it to make new discoveries. Why is this important for bioinformatics? Okay. Let's no, but let's read it, yeah. Why is this important for bioinformatics? As a future bioinformatician, you'll often download data that other scientists have shared instead of generating all the data yourself. Public databases like ENA, GenBank, and UniProt exist because of this culture of open data sharing, allowing researchers around the world to build on each other's work. Good. This is what does it mean. So guys, uh, I think that's good. We explained two chapters. Next video will explain the others. So thanks guys for your attention and see you soon with the other videos. Thank you guys. And as I already mentioned before, if you have any comments, if you have anything you can help me with to make this channel better, don't forget to share it with me in the comments, and I will read them all. I will respond to you, and I will try to do it and apply it in my future videos. So guys, just let me know. Okay, thank you guys for your attention, and see you soon.